Hey, what's up? It's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast. SL Sports Language, giving you the livest, latest news about sports. And I'll put it to you like this. If you got an opinion, debate me about it. If you disagree with what I say, debate me about it. Hold on. If you don't like what I said or say, debate me about it! Speaking of debate me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on, put it in the comment section. Speaking of the comment section, like, comment, subscribe. I repeat, like, comment, subscribe to SL Sports Language so I can give you the latest news and topics and events about sports. On the way, we're on the road to 500. I repeat, we're on the road to 500. We're almost there, y'all. So once you go from 500 subscribers, then we're going to go to 1,000 subscribers. So it's your boy SL Sports Language. Thank you for tuning in. And here we go. So like I said, back with NFL content. You know what I mean? We got my man Lamar Jackson Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh. We need to have a conversation. For real. Like, we need to have a conversation. You know what I mean? Now, of course, you see me with the LJ, Pompano, Broward County, his high school jersey, going to Louisville, then getting drafted in the late first round to Baltimore Ravens. And remember what Lamar Jackson said to Deion when he was stubborn? Well, not stubborn, but when he got drafted late and felt some kind of way after coming off of a Heisman season. You know what he said? When Deion Sanders was like, man, so what can the Ravens expect out of you? He said they can expect the Super Bowl out of me. I'm a Raven now. They can expect the Super Bowl out of me. And him feeling some type of way being a late draft pick. And Lamar Jackson, now, first, we going to get into the facts. And then we going to get into my opinions. This is going to be a mostly opinionated episode again. But we always got to do the facts. You know what I mean? Whether it be mostly facts then opinions or mostly opinions then facts. Well, facts come first. So facts is this. First of all, Lamar Jackson, he making us proud. South Florida. So the fact is, Lamar Jackson came into this league. He became one of the best quarterbacks. League MVP. After league MVP. Making, you know what I mean, playoff. Making the Baltimore Ravens a playoff team. Back-to-back winning seasons. Super Bowl contenders. One of the most fan-favorite quarterbacks, Pro Bowler, on a trajectory of having a Hall of Fame career. Give back to the neighborhood, give back to where he comes from, which is from Pompano. He's just a Florida legend, South Florida legend. He's making a name for himself. Heisman, we know that, at Louisville. Respected quarterback, no problems. And yeah, he's that guy. But here's the problem, and we still gonna be on the facts. So facts is this. Lamar Jackson's shaky situation in the NFL. 2024 season, if you guys remember, made it to the playoffs. Made it to, I believe, the AFC Championship against the Chiefs when everybody was on his shoulders asking him to please. The universe is in your hands. The league is in your hands. The Super Bowl is in your hands. Stop this Taylor Swift whole media frenzy and Patrick Mahomes and old boy, I think his name Travis Kelce, the tight end. Stop this whole media frenzy with that and them going to the Super Bowl. And what did you do, Lamar Jackson? You missed your opportunity. You failed the fans. You didn't make it to the Super Bowl. And Taylor Swift and them went on to win a Super Bowl with the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and yada, yada, yada. 2025, he could do it again. He could come back. But to only lose against Josh Allen and those Buffalo Bills, boy, I love losing Super Bowls team. They go to the conference championship. But here's the kicker. They wasn't even expected to. I didn't expect them. I don't think the media expect them. And I think you guys had a high chance of a fan favorite, whether it be gambling on legal gambling apps or just in the media in general, sports media, that you guys were supposed to beat that team. And now we're here with KJ feeling some type of way, with the fans feeling some type of way. Well, the Baltimore's still going to love you because you still there. I guess you can say their favorite son besides Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Joe Flacco and et cetera. But Lamar, bro, you keep doing this, you're gonna be known as a choke artist. You're gonna be known as that guy that can't win the big games. And yeah, Lamar Jackson, now since we getting head into the whole opinion side of this video, I put it like this. Lamar Jackson, you can be the second coming of, you're the second coming of Michael Vick. You're one of the best quarterbacks. You're one of the best African American quarterbacks, and that's next to Randall Cunningham. That's next to, if I'm not mistaken, Doug Williams when he played for the Redskins back then. Now to the Commanders. That's next to Donovan McNabb. That's you up there, my guy. Whether it be the Black Quarterback Hall of Fame or just being one of the best quarterbacks, period. You're up there, and I respect you and what you have done for this league so far and what you can possibly do more. But Lamar Jackson, dude, you need to really get over that hump. There's no excuses, especially now with DeAndre Hopkins. Dude, there's no excuses, bro. You had targets, whether it be OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., even though some people may not, whatever, he passed his prime, but still, you had the chance of making it to the Super Bowl. Twice. And I mean, let's play the comparison game, right? Which is still, like, we still in the opinion side of this video, but still with a little bit of facts. I'm gonna really see if y'all know football like that. Let's take out Donovan McNabb. Even though he may not be in the Hall of Fame yet, but he's still looked at as one of the best, and you can say he made it to the big one, the big dance, even though they lost in the Super Bowl. Right, that's when he had T.O. You can look at Colin Kaepernick, ironically, that played against the Ravens in the Super Bowl back in 2012. But at least Colin Kaepernick made it to the big one, even though he may not make it to the Super Bowl. He's still, you can say, one of the best quarterbacks, even though the whole protest and everything, right? And I didn't even think about him. I just thought I wasn't even going to use him as an example. Back to back now, quarterbacks I just mentioned, black quarterbacks at that. You can use Dan Marino, played for the Dolphins when they were on their way to the Super Bowl, made it to the Super Bowl and lost. But hey, Dan Marino still made it to the big one and a Hall of Famer. We can use another example. It's countless many of great quarterbacks. Now, if you want to use Michael Vick as an example, right, who was close, who didn't make it to the big dance, but some may say he probably didn't have the team to do it. And then also, too, you can say he didn't really read the playbook as much, but hey, he still made it this close, right? Like you did. Let's use another quarterback, for example. Okay, let's look at, he's playing for my Steelers now. Let's look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers made it to the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl, but then later on, he would get so close to the Super Bowls, but he hasn't been back to the Super Bowl since. But at least he can say he made it to one and won the big one. Let's look at somebody like, who else was probably close or made it, but then win the big one? It's so many of them. It's so many of them. But then you have some that just didn't make it. Like I said, the Michael Vicks of the world didn't make it. Who else didn't make it? And they just didn't really have the team. I mean, you can say Derek Carr, great quarterback. The team just wasn't that good. You can say another good quarterback. I'm trying to think. You can say Bernie Kosar, Cleveland Browns. You can say, I mean, I don't even believe Tony Romo. I think they was close, but they didn't make it. You can say, trying to think. It's so many of them out there. You can say plenty of them, right? The thing is, some of them. Oh, let's look at Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson could have been a back-to-back Super Bowl champion, but guess what? The second one, which wasn't even his fault. Whoever made that call, whether it be Pete Carroll or Russell himself trying to be the hero playing hero ball, hey, it is what it is. But he made it to the one before, won that Super Bowl. He made it to the big dance, and he won it, right? So I say that to say this, Michael Vick. Yeah, not every legend makes it to the Super Bowl. Not every legend wins the Super Bowl. But not every legend has the team that you had. Not every legend has the key pieces, complementary players, co-stars that you have. You have a running back. Now you got DeAndre Hopkins. You can't say the organization is not putting key pieces around you, Lamar Jackson. You can't say that. Can't nobody say that. Can't no Ravens fan say that. You have a great coach in John Harbaugh. You have these pieces. You have the elements. You got the fan base around you. So I say that to say this, Lamar Jackson. And I hope the fans is listening to me clearly. But if this video goes viral or not, Lamar Jackson, it is all or nothing this season. I repeat, Lamar Jackson, it is all or nothing this season. This 2025 season, this is all or nothing. You have to make it to the big dance. You have to make it to the Super Bowl. You have the key pieces. You have a running back. Yeah, you can be the league MVP all you want to. Yeah, you can be the fan favorite all you want to. Yeah, you can be the second coming of Michael Vick all you want to. Yeah, you can have a better throwing abilities, better passes, better plays, top 10 highlights, playoff appearances. But Lamar Jackson, if you don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, and I'm talking about this upcoming season, because if you don't make it this season, that's gonna put the nail on the coffin for me. But if you don't make it to the Super Bowl this season, especially if you can get close like how you got close these past 2 seasons, you're gonna be the example of a player that cannot win big games. You're gonna be the example of a player that has the key pieces around him and a good coaching staff, but still can't get over the hump. And the only reason why I'm pointing you out, because yes, this is a 12-man game. This is a team sport. But dude, we can look back at the past history of you having chances and you not getting the job done. Yeah, you can make an argument with the the 2024 game against the Chiefs, the conference game, how you tried your best, but it just didn't work out. You guys just weren't the better team, and then the pressure. But there was no reason for you to lose that game in 2025 against the Bills when you guys were supposed to win that game. The Bills wasn't even supposed to make it that far. And with the interceptions, the turnovers, and that tight end dropping the pass, if I'm not mistaken, bro, Lamar Jackson, you cannot afford any mistakes. You cannot afford any injuries, even though injuries sometimes are out of your hand. You have to make it to the big dance. And even if you don't win it, at least they can't say, hey man, he didn't give it all he had to this game. Not to say you still not giving it your all, but dude, with the type of legendary player you are, with the key pieces that you have, there's no excuses for you not to make it to the Super Bowl this season. And on top of that, Jalen Hurts, he's young. Patrick Mahomes, he's young. Josh Allen, he didn't make it yet, but he's young. Just like I mentioned in my last video, these are the quarterbacks, with Patrick Mahomes being the face of the league, these are the quarterbacks that you have to go against, Lamar. And you got to think about it. They're not going to lie down, just like how you can't afford to lie down. And it's not going to look good that not only did Patrick Mahomes get a Super Bowl, but Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl now. And if I'm not mistaken, you've been in the league longer than Jalen Hurts, if I'm not mistaken. But for him to get a Super Bowl and for him to make it back to back, he lost the Super Bowl in 2024 with the amazing comeback of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But for him to come back the following season and win it, dude, you could do the same thing, even better. But what happens with you, Lamar? You lose back to back. And 2024 being worse because you didn't even get close. You lose against a team that wasn't even supposed to beat y'all. Y'all was the better team in my opinion. There was no way that y'all should have lost that game against the Bills, snow or no snow. You playing B more, bro. So you should be used to the snow by now. You got Derrick Henry. He only got so much time left. And with DeAndre Hopkins being your target, and the defensive side not bad. So, what's the excuse? Lamar Jackson, It's all or nothing for you this season. You have to make it to the Super Bowl. Because if not, for me, I'm not going to say I'm going to write you off, but I'm going to look at you as a player that can't win big games. Because like I said, all the other quarterbacks that I mentioned, at least they can say whether it be Hall of Fame or no Hall of Fame. They can say they made it to the big one, whether they won or lost. And for some of the ones that didn't make it to the big one, either they didn't have the team that you had, or you can say they were choke artists too, or bad referees. But you don't have a history of having bad referees. Okay, Drew Brees, my main man, the Dirty South, the New Orleans Saints. After that Super Bowl win, if I'm not mistaken, in 2010, that was the Super Bowl when they had Reggie Bush, and it was in South Florida, in Miami. Prince, rest in peace. Halftime show, Purple Rain. He won that. Ever since then, with the seasons in the league, I say, it's like they made it hard for Drew Brees in a sense to get back to the Super Bowl. Because, if I'm not mistaken, the Saints were supposed to be in the Super Bowl twice. In the 2010s, in the late 2010s. If I'm not mistaken, it was the which one that was? It was the 2018 season. Had to been that one. The 2018 season. The Saints were supposed to go to the Super Bowl. But guess what happened? I forgot that cornerback name. He made a mistake, and Stephon Diggs, who's very controversial now, he catches the ball and takes it to the house. The game win a touchdown. Dang, man. But then, it had to been that 2020 season. It had to been that 2020 season. If not, either 2019 or 2018. No. It was the 2018 season. No. It's the 2019 season. I remember that, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I got good memory. Because the 2018 season, oh boy, the cornerback, I think his name was Michael Lattimore or something like that. I could be wrong. He missed the tackle against Stephon Diggs. That's the 2018 season. The 2019 season, they were supposed to make it to the Super Bowl. But they got cheated because the referee didn't want to call flag on the play, didn't want to throw the flag on the play against the Rams quarterback, and then the Rams went on to the Super Bowl against the Patriots just for Todd Gurley not to play and lose. I remember that season. That's the 2019 season. And I feel like just the league just made it hard for Drew Brees to get back to the Super Bowl. And they could have made it to the Super Bowl that 2019 season. 2018 possibly. But the 2019 season, they could have made it back to that Super Bowl. They could have did it for the Neuer. They could have hit it with the chopper style. Chopper style. But the referee didn't want to throw the flag. No pass interference. So, hey, they're going to the Super Bowl. So, unless you got that kind of excuse, Lamar Jackson, unless you got that kind of situation with the league, dog, you had many chances. 25, when the whole world was on your shoulders, backing you up saying, bro, we do not want to see Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. And that happens. Right? That was 2024. Then 2025, this past season, and you lose against the Bills, bro, you gotta win these big games. Regular season don't mean nothing. When it's playoffs, that's a different story. Any man can be beaten. Any man can be touched. Any man can be put out. Any man can be stopped. So, Lamar Jackson is all or nothing. If you don't make it, this season is a make or break for your legacy. Mark my words. This season, people gonna look back and be like, man, if he ain't gonna make it this season, he may not ever make it. And you can be a great player all you want to, but a person like me, a critic like me, an analyst like me, they can be like, well, he's a consistent loser, in my opinion. Yeah, he's a consistent winner in the regular season, but in the postseason, he's a consistent loser. And yeah, you can make an argument in terms of the treatment that a black quarterback receives versus the treatment that a white quarterback receives, like a Josh Allen or like a other quarterbacks out there, right? In terms of you can play the race debate, but we not gonna play that in this scenario. So yeah, you may have a hard in terms of being criticized as a black quarterback, but you're not making it any easier for yourself by not winning these big games. So Lamar Jackson and the Ravens is all or nothing. It's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast at SL Sports Language, giving you the livest, latest news about sports And hey, man, if you got an opinion, debate me about it. If you disagree with what I say, debate me about it. Hold on, one more thing. If you don't like what I say or said, debate me about it. Speaking of debating me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on, the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Roll to 500. Hey, man, 500 tomorrow. 500 subscribers tomorrow. 500 subscribers the day after that. 1,000 subscribers next month. We gonna make it, y'all. Cause y'all my friends. Without y'all, I wouldn't be nothing. So God bless. I appreciate y'all. And deuces. It's your boy KJ.